Hi everyone, my name is Kevin Bramble, student of the operating system platform. This video is basically to demonstrate how to create a bootable USB device, also to install Windows Server. Right, the first thing I'm going to demonstrate is to create the USB bootable device using a software called RUFUS. Right, RUFUS is basically a software just as Power ISO daemon tools. Allows you to create a bootable device using ISO or whatnot. Right, so this is actual software, and here you can actually choose the device. So if you have maybe two flash drive plugs in, you can actually choose which one you want to boot it on. Right, the patching scheme, MBR, GPT, whatever it is, file system, NTFS, FAT32. For maybe backward compatible systems, you may want to use FAT32 or NTFS for the newer systems or whatnot. Volume label is basically the name of what the device is going to be, and I'm going to change that because the name on the ISO is actually changed. Right, so here I'm going to actually choose the ISO that's listed here. I'm going to browse to the ISO image, and on my desktop is Windows Server 2012. We have to dig up far because it's right on the desktop. I'm going to click open. Right, and here now I'm going to rename my label to Windows. I'm going to put 2012. I'm kind of lazy to type, so Windows 2012. Right, and then after I just want to double check, make sure everything correct. File system, whatnot, make sure it's ISO and not the image, and then I click start. Right, I'm not going to click start because it's going to take a little while to load. Right, I'm going to click start. Basically, the progress bar starts to load and the files get written to the USB flash drive, and then becomes a bootable ISO. And basically that's it. Right, so that is actually how to use RUFUS USB. So I'm going to actually close this, and the next thing I'm going to jump into, the main thing, is actually how to install Windows Server 2012. Right, so the software I'm going to use for this is called VMware Workstation. So VMware Workstation just has VirtualBox. Right, basically what them gives you the same thing. Right, but what this actual software allows it to do is actually create a virtual machine. Right, basically a virtualization software. Right, to explain it, basically like as most companies and whatnot, institutions, they basically use virtualization softwares. Right, the reason for this is basically to cut costs and efficiency. So it's like, okay, instead of like I have to purchase 10 computers or whatnot, I could purchase one powerful computer, install this software called VMware Workstation, and I can actually host multiple instances of operating systems, different platforms like Windows, Linux, whatever, Mac, whatever. I could run multiple platforms on this one virtualization software. Right, so I had Windows Server running here before, so I'm just going to delete this as fast. Just do a new fresh one. Right, so the first thing you want to do here, right, this is actual VMware, very user friendly. So the first thing I'll actually do is create a new virtual machine. Can I do it from here? Click on the file tab and click new virtual machine, and here it will actually pop up the little wizard, the virtual machine wizard. Just running through some steps. I'm going to go default typical. Here is where I'm going to browse for the ISO, same ISO that I use for the RUFUS. I'm going to click browse. On my desktop you have the Windows Server 2012. I'm going to click open. Next, my product key is not mandatory. Although Windows tend to give 180 days trial, I believe. Right, the version, however, is what you want to focus on here. Right, so data center, more for larger environments if you intend to maybe run out of Hyper-V or whatever it is. Right, data center standard. Right, I'm going to use this R2 standard is the one I'm going to use. Right, but the basic difference with standard and core edition is basically GUI versus CLI. Right, one is command line, one is GUI. So when you install the core edition, all you basically introduced to is a command line, like a MS-DOS kind of like command line interface, and you have to type in your code, your commands from this. So it's not very GUI friendly. So if you want to install things like Active Directory, DNS, whatever, all of it is command based. Right, and here you could actually put a name. So I'm gonna just put server, capital server 2012. Right, So R2 standard and server 2012 is the name of my server. Right, so pass on an optional. Next, let's start product key warning. Right, virtual machine name again, server 2012. Next, right, here is where you want to create your drive size. So I'm going to leave it at 60 gig as default. I don't really intend to do much on the server, or you can scale it later on. Right, click next again. Right, come to the end here, but before I click finish, right here you just could double check, customize your hardware. Here I could scale my memory if I want, so I'm going to leave it as 2 gig, right, that should be enough. But here you could scale if you want into 4 gig, right, but the scaling here will be based on your physical hardware in the machine, right, the physical RAM, right. So if you know you have 8 gigs of RAM, obviously you cannot scale, higher than 8 gigs of RAM unless you maybe want to experience a blue screen or some kind of lockup or whatnot, right. But 2 gig I'm going to leave it as. CPU always changes to processors you want to cause whatever. Network adapter, go leave it as NAT, right. Different NAT and bridge. One basically allows you to only communicate with the inside VM itself. Compared to bridge you can actually communicate with the host PC, which is my Windows 10 software here. Right, I could directly communicate with the host PC. So therefore, if I click bridge, that means my computer will give the virtualization software IP address or whatnot, and I could gain internet access or whatever. Let's go leave it as NAT for default. I'm gonna click close. Right, finish. And here, right, and here my virtual machine should power up. Right, so I just want to start loading the files. This process may just take a few minutes. I may have to pause the video in between when the actual installation actually starts, but this process should take a couple of minutes. Of course, you could always fast forward the video. Right, so just loading. Starting. As I say, I always fast forward this part on to the main screen, or I could pause there, but it's not really a long, this part shouldn't be a long process. Right, so here the installation start. Right, I'm going to copy all the files, whatnot. Right, so this is going to take a while, maybe a 20 minutes, half an hour, depending on the speed of your computer. Right, so here I'm going to pause the video until it finishes. When it finishes, I'm going to resume. Right, so here I'm going to pause the video for now. Right, so we are back. Right, so the installation is completed. This is the actual screen that I was sent to. Right, so here basically your server 2012. Right, looks like a normal Windows 10 desktop. I don't have nothing more, just recycle bin because that was Windows Server. Right, so this is the first thing comes server manager. Here basically, as the name implies, server manager is where you manage the actual server in terms of like admin roles, whatnot. So we configure server here. You got a list of different things. Right, so you name my computer, I could change it. Your work group, right? But the complex part of our work group, because we really promote any we didn't promote as a domain controllers yet, so it means our work group. Updates, whatnot, firewall configure from here, internet if you change a static IP address. Right, so basically where you can manage the server, and here you have the events like logs, so if you install a new role or whatnot, all the logs will show up to see to show what's taking place on the system. Right, they have the different servers. So if you go to install more servers, we can always add it to here, and you can manage. So if you have like 10 servers, you could use one server and manage all the 10 servers from here. Right, and file and storage, that basically has to do with SMB and whatnot. I'm not going to go into that. Right, so server manager is where you manage your server, add rows, whatnot, manage. Right, here you can come and manage, move rows, add servers, whatnot, add the rows. Right, and tools is where as things like tools is where you could get all your service or whatnot. So if you install like Active Directory or whatnot, all these things will appear in the tools section, like DNS, whatnot, everything will appear. But since we didn't install anything, it's not here as yet. But when you start to install rules, you actually see everything appear. So right, that's it basically for Windows Server 2012. I think I left out anything. But yeah, that's it for Windows Server 2012. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the video.